welcome back to my channel. And today I wanted to share with you some great make ahead breakfast meals. Now, during the week, as a busy mom, you know it is hard to get breakfast into kids that isn't a Pop-Tart, cereal, or one of those quick grab and go granola bars. So what I do at the beginning of the week, and I usually do this on a Monday because Sundays I don't like to cook. So Mondays, while the kids are at school, I will prep a whole bunch of casseroles, quiches, I'll do muffins, breakfast burritos, anything that I can freeze or just pop out on the counter for them to grab and go. So today I am making a sausage egg casserole, and I'm making a bacon quiche. And right now, of course, both of those involve eggs, so we're gonna crack a lot of eggs. I already have my 2 pounds of sausage going in the skillet. It's browning, and Mia is helping me out with that. And it is up to you. This recipe called for sour cream, which I have heard tons of people doing in their eggs. It makes them light and fluffy and creamy, and I threw a little bit of milk in there as well. And I will link this recipe down below. I found a recipe that was similar to mine because I've been throwing this together for so long, but so you would have something to actually follow, because I'm not really a recipe maker. You know, I'm not a chef by trade. I'm just a mom that cooks, and I want it to be simple and quick and easy. And when you get into the technicalities of writing out a recipe, it's just not my strong suit. So I will link something below that you guys can follow, and will basically produce the same thing. So I've got my eggs whipped up here. My sausage is browned, and this goes relatively fast. And you can even do this all in one pot, which is great. Drain your sausage, that's really important, and then you'll want to chop up some peppers and onions. This is not necessary, this is just what we like, so you don't have to add this. You can just do the sausage and the eggs and cheese. So totally optional, but we love the peppers and onions. Gives it a little extra in there. I feel like I'm getting the veggies in that the girls need, but it has a really good flavor to it. Like I said, it freezes up really well, and it's something that you can throw together and do it pretty quick. And this makes enough for a 9 by 12 casserole dish. And honestly, if you only want to make half of it, you can eat half for breakfast, and then the other half you can save for a few days throughout the week. And all you do is assemble everything into your casserole dish. It's very quick and easy. You know, your sausage, peppers, and onions on the bottom. Dump your eggs on top. I mixed my cheese in. I shredded up some cheese and mixed it in with the eggs. That's totally up to you. You can always put the cheese on top, but I like it to kind of like be all mixed up so the cheese is mixed in the whole casserole. So a little bit more cheese on top because, hey, why not? Who doesn't love cheese? I also did a bacon and egg quiche. Self-explanatory. I'll leave the link to that below, and I've made this previously too, so check out the link and it'll take you to a previous video I did with it. I've got another 2 pounds of sausage. Sausage, of course, was on sale, so I bought a whole bunch of it. This is not organic. This is not heritage pork. This is your Jimmy Dean, Tennessee, farm, generic Kroger brand, Walmart brand, sausage. Nothing fancy here. Definitely helps cut on the cost. It turns out my family is not a huge fan of the butcher box breakfast sausage. They don't like the way that it is ground. It's not ground really fine, and they're not, you know, real big fans of it. So I went ahead and bought them some sausage that they could enjoy. Also, again, shredded up a whole bunch of cheese. Cheese is something that is relatively still inexpensive. It has gone up a little bit in price, but still cheap, especially if you're getting the big block. And I can use it between two or three different casserole dishes. So we're doing the same thing here. I'm draining the meat. Now this particular dish that I'm making, it is not a casserole. I'm actually putting together make-ahead breakfast burritos. So, I mean, you technically could turn it into a casserole, but I'm doing breakfast burritos. Now these are for Joe. The casseroles and the quiche are for the girls. And I make up a whole bunch of breakfast burritos for Joe. That way when he wakes up in the morning, he has something quick to throw in the microwave or to take to work with him and throw in the microwave there. That way he's still eating breakfast, and it keeps him from stopping at the gas station and grabbing a donut or Danish, spending extra money on coffee. He has everything here. He can throw it in his lunchbox and he is out the door. Also, if I'm getting up in the morning every morning and making him breakfast, guys, I'm not really with it in the morning. You know, there's a few times that I think I've put an egg in my coffee, or maybe my coffee back in the fridge. I'm not awake, I'm not functional, and to actually get up and cook for him in the morning can be quite difficult if I haven't had my coffee yet. So making stuff ahead of time makes it so much easier on me. And it's, you know, they freeze so well. I do know that if you keep them in the fridge for more than 3 days, the tortilla gets a little soggy, and that's kind of gross, but they freeze really well. I pop them, or I wrap them in a paper towel. I pop them in the microwave for like 1.5 to 2 minutes. It depends on your microwave. And then I will toast them in a pan just to kind of brown the tortilla a little bit, and then they're good to go. And he eats them in the car. So I've got all my sausage and eggs in my pan here. This is going to be my filling. And I picked up some flour tortillas. I grabbed whatever was cheaper. You can use the taco size, the burrito size. It's however big you want them. I have the taco size here because I usually send 2 with him. If I'm doing the burrito size, I can do 1. But these were on sale. These were 99 cents for the package, so that's what we went with. And I'm putting the egg and sausage mixture in there, a little bit of cheese, and roll and go. Now I will wrap 2 of these to a piece of foil. That of course helps me save on foil, but I heat them up 2 at a time. So I just wrap them 2 at a time and freeze them. Now you can put these in a Ziploc bag if you intend to keep them in the freezer a long time, but honestly, I just wrap them in the foil, stack them in the freezer, and they're good because they're gone within 4 days. So this particular recipe that I'm using will use all 10 of these flour tortillas. And I'll probably have about a spoonful left over, and I'll just eat that myself. So guys, if you have any suggestions, any recipes that you would like to share in the comments below, I know I would love to have them. I love a quick breakfast that I can get in my kids and out the door, and I'm sure some of the other moms, dads, aunts, uncles, grandparents would love to do the same. It saves me time, it saves me money, and guys, it saves me my sanity in the morning. There's nothing worse than hearing a kid say, "I'm hungry," as you're running out the door. Thank you so much for joining me in my kitchen today. I hope that some of these recipes will help save you some time and some sanity in the morning as you're rushing kids out to school. Also, don't give up. Guys, I know that things are a little tight in the grocery area and we're really pinching some pennies, but know that there are some options out there that can still save you money in your monthly grocery budget. And stay with me, because in our next video, we'll be talking how to squeeze those pennies and stay within our monthly grocery budget every month without busting the budget, because the grocery budget is the place that you have the most flexibility, where you can really save some money. And guys, even though things are a little tough right now, we can still save money within our grocery budgets. We just got to get a little creative. So thank you guys so much for joining me on my journey today, and I bless you on yours.